In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at doing a tasting review of Tanteo Blanco right here on the Tequila Hombre. Coming up next. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where today we're going to be taking a look at doing a tasting review of Tanteo Blanco. Now, I know it's been a while since I've done a review, and I apologize. I've been involved in a new project, really excited, partnered up with this new website, and I know I told you guys about it at the Q&A, but if you missed the Q&A, let me tell you a little bit about it now. It's called fermentandstill.com, and what we're doing is partnering up, so when I do reviews, you guys can get in and buy stuff directly from them. They ship nationwide. You get great pricing on it, and then everybody for the Tequila Barrel Collective, they're going to host all of our stuff. So they're giving me a lot of room to go after some really great projects, some very exclusive stuff that we're going to offer through the website as well. So I apologize, I haven't got any reviews done recently, but I'm back. We're getting reviews done. And for those of you that flooded us with orders on our opening weekend, thank you so much. I apologize that it's taking so long for us to get for them to get the shipments out. They told me that they were inundated with orders, and they said that their guys sitting there going like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Because with COVID restrictions, it's only a couple of them in the warehouse. They can't put more people in there. And so they're trying to get these things packed and shipped out as quickly as possible. But I promise you, they're going to be going out any day now. They're packing them and working them and getting them together. So thank you so much for being patient on those initial orders. We got slammed, and I thank you so much for the support, you guys, for getting in there and supporting the website, because it's really making the partnership work out, and they're really happy with our partnership, which is exactly what I wanted. All right, you guys, well, that's enough about Ferment and Still for now. Let's get into our review and talk a little bit about Tanteo Blanco. All right, so let's talk about Tanteo Blanco. Now, you guys are probably saying, Tanteo Blanco, that's not new, right? That's been around. Is it me, or has that been around for a while? And no, it's not you. It's been around for a while. You've probably seen them on the shelf. They have like Tanteo Jalapeno, Tanteo Chipotle, and for even more spicier cocktails, for the spicy margarita, you can get Tanteo Habanero. Put a little spicy in your cocktails. So yeah, these have been on the shelves, and you've probably seen them a while ago. Now, what's happened is, you know how normally when we talk about tequilas and we say, oh, it changed NOM, and since it changed NOMs and NOMs, since it changed the NOM, changed the distillery, it's gotten worse. You know, it's not as good as it used to be. You hear that a lot in the tequila community when we talk about brands changing distilleries. Well, this one did it for the right reasons. And they did it because they wanted a better tequila. So it wasn't for money. It wasn't because they were getting it cheaper someplace else. It's because they wanted a better tequila. So, because before they were with NOM 1437, which is Tequila Don Roberto. And if you've ever had tequila from Tequilera Don Roberto, it's nasty. I haven't yet to have anything out of Tequila Don Roberto that I liked. And so what's happening is they had their friends that were here, try this tequila. What do you think? And they're going, yeah, you know, I'm not a fan. Yeah, it's not good. And so then they were like, well, yeah, okay, well, we're getting a lot of feedback that this tequila isn't good. We better do something about it. So they traveled over and found another distillery that's owned by a bunch of agaveros. They grow their own agave, and they use the ripe, pristine, beautiful agave. And they only had a couple of brands there now. I think they only have 3 now total. It's a collective. They all work together to provide the agave for them, and they do a good job of making good tequila. At least that's what the brand told me, okay? Yes, and these samples, all of this has been provided by the brand for review, and I'm going to give them an honest review, like I always do. No bias here. You can give me your tequila, and if it's bad, I'm going to let you know it's bad. I'm going to be nice about it, though. I'm not going to, bash your brand. I'll be nice about it. But if it's good, I'll let you know it's good. So this one has been provided for an honest opinion, and that's exactly what they're going to get from me. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get into how this tequila is made. All right, Tanteo Blanco comes out of NOM 1551. The name of the distillery is Distillería Guanacatlán. I believe I pronounced that right. I'm a gringo. I often butcher the pronunciation of these cities because they're so different than what we're used to. But let me try that again. Distillería Guanacatlán. Okay, and now I have to say it again. It is located in the city of Guanacatlán, Jalisco. The master distiller, I did not know the master distiller at the time of the filming. I did ask, so if I do get that information before I post it to YouTube, I will put it in the description below, so make sure you check for that. The agave they use are Weber Blue agave. And of course, the agaveros that are the collective that own the distillery grow their Weber Blue agave. They use a brick oven, or otherwise known as hornos, to cook because the H is silent. Then they use a roller mill to extract the sugars out of the agave fibers after they're done being cooked. And then it is fermented in stainless steel open air tanks using wild yeast. After it is done fermenting, the dead mosto is then distilled twice using stainless steel alembic, or alembic, if you're French, stills with a copper coil. And then after it is done distilling, they then bottle it at 42.5% alcohol. So it's a little higher alcohol content than your standard 40% tequila, which is good, right? And ferment and stills price on this will be $34.99. If I say it's good and give them a go, they'll have the whole collection on here. So they'll have it up if I say it's good before I post the video. All right, so there you go. That's how this tequila is made. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the tasting portion and see what this is all about. All right, going up top to our pour cam. As usual, I am using the Denver and Liley glass. That's funny. People keep saying, do you make a commission on recommending this glass? I wish. No, I don't. I just, when I find something I like, I tell people about it. Now, everybody's got one. Unless if you don't have one. But they've become very popular. Everyone's using them now. So, oh well, what can you do, right? Okay, so let's pop the top off on this baby. Pour myself a little glass. All right. Now let's not waste any more time. Let's go up top and see what this looks like in the glass. All right, we're back and taking a look at this in the glass. Focus. There we go. Looks great. You can see the legs and tears coming down the glass there. So it's going to have a nice oily, viscous mouthfeel that we like so much. And then the tequila is crystal clear. No floaties or anything. Super clear, no color to it. Looks fantastic. Just like a good Blanco should, right? Yes. Okay, so let's see what we get on the nose. This smells good. Definitely getting the cinnamon baking spices from the ripe cooked agave. A little bit of salinity to it, like olive brine. Nice, like citrus, fruity notes to it as well. And a slight, like, fresh grassness to it. It smells really good. There's a lot to it. I'm enjoying the nose on this so far. All right, so let's see what it tastes like. I don't want to sit here. You guys don't want to watch me smelling my tequila for a while. All right, let's see what it tastes like. Wow. Punch of the cinnamon and baking spices right in the mouth up front. Really good. nice viscous mouthfeel. Has a tad bit of fruitiness to it. Then on the tail end, you get kind of a anise bitterness that comes in on it. Not a whole lot. Kind of balances out the sweetness from the fruity cinnamon baking spices sweetness that you're getting up front. It finishes with a light sweetness on the tongue. It's really nice. Let's see if we can get anything else from it. Definitely lots of that cinnamony, sweet baking spices, goodness up front, hint of citrus, slight, what is it called? Brininess to it. Slight brininess to it. So you're getting like olive brine in there, a little saltiness. And then you get this bitterness that comes in at the end that's got that anise, the black licorice kind of bitterness that has a lot of the sweetness mixed in with it, which kind of gives it like a chocolate-esque kind of a taste to it, like bittersweet chocolate. And then it finishes with a nice bitterness on the end. Now it's got a little bit of heat that carries it from the beginning all the way through to the finish, where this finish, I'd give it medium long to long finish. I'm still getting some of the taste on it, and there's still some of the heat hanging around. This is actually a really nice Blanco. Really good. And for $34.99, yeah, definitely. I would definitely pick this up for $34.99. So what would I rate this? I would give this one 4 agave. Definitely a recommended, must try. Really good for $34.99. Great pickup. This thing would make fantastic margaritas, fantastic cocktails, because it really has strong flavor to it, where this is really going to pop in a cocktail. You're really going to get the agave to it. Beautiful sipper too. It's just an explosion of flavor in your mouth. I really enjoy that. It's not weak at all. And all the flavors just kind of come through like a parade as it goes across your palate, which I really enjoy. So I like this. So I definitely recommend it. 4 agave, pick it up. You can get it at fermentandstill.com. I will tell them to put it on. And now let's check out, just for kicks and giggles, I'm not much into spicy pepper tequila, but I do have peppers I grow in the garden, and I do love peppers in my food. So let's see what this Blanco is like with a little bit of. Now what they do with the peppers is kind of interesting. They don't use like artificial flavoring or anything like that to it. What they do is they get fresh peppers from Mexico, and they have them trucked to the distillery, and then they create a maceration with them where they grind them up and stuff. But what they do is they use the skins. They take all the seeds out, because the seeds are where all the heat is. There's a lot of heat in the seeds. So they take the skins off, and they macerate a bunch of the skins, so you get a lot of that good pepper flavor to it without all the heat from the capsaicin in it. And then they do put some whole peppers in there too, so it's supposedly gonna have some heat. I've yet to try it, but I've got another glass right here that I'm just gonna pour a little bit in and see what this is all about. See if it sets my mouth on fire. I normally don't drink pepper infused things, but this would probably make a great cocktail. Oh, definitely picking up some of the pepper in there. Definitely getting that. Now I love a good habanero pepper. I grow them in the garden, and then I dehydrate them and grind them up into powder and make a chili powder with them. And then you give them. My dad loves it too. Every time he takes a finger and tries it, it always turns like beet red. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's good." All right, so let's see. Wow. Okay. Woo. Yeah. Definitely tastes like habanero. And then the heat starts right from the beginning and says, "Hello, I'm here to stay." And it's just, whoa. Yeah. So if you like spicy cocktails, you definitely want some of this. Woo! I'm already going to start sweating now. That is crazy spiciness. That's good. So if you like spicy cocktails, you definitely have to pick these up. They have them on fermented still too. Wow, that's good. And I tell you what, if you pick up any of the Tanteo expressions off of ferment and still, and then you comment below and tell me you did, I will make sure that you get, I'm going to scan these, but they gave me all these cards here with recipes for, and they're like both two sides. So I'll scan the whole thing. Bunch of recipes for some cocktails, some margaritas and stuff. We got stuff for the Blanco. We got recipes for the jalapeno. We got recipes for the Chipotle. And we got recipes for the habanero. So if you pick up any expression off of ferment and still of Tanteo, I will you comment below on this video and let me know that you did it. Say, hey, I bought some from ferment and still. And then I will send this over to them to have them email it to you through their system. And you'll get a PDF with all these fantastic recipes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 32, 48, 64 different recipes for free. I will scan them and I will make sure that they get emailed over to you. Just comment below that you picked up some of these expressions off of Ferment and Still, and then I will have the people at Ferment and Still email them to you through your email address on the order. So make sure you put your email address on the order. And that's it. All right. So definitely, I recommend picking this up. This is good stuff. This is, I still have heat just coursing through my mouth right now from this pepper Blanco, and starting to sweat a little bit too. So it's time for me to wrap it up. So as I always say at the end of my shows, woo, life is too short to drink bad tequila. So grab some Tanteo Blanco. You'll love it. I swear. If you're a Blanco person, you'll like it. Salud.